I could
Okay.
sell my house. Let's say I paid it off or close to it. Let's say I get 700K in. I could then buy $700,000 of gold and silver, the actual metal, and then
Hmm.
just sit there and watch it rise in price.
Yeah, a bit like your Auckland flats were doing 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
Every day
right.
you
So,
were watching it going up a couple grand.
and you know that it's probably not going to go backwards too much, particularly the gold.
Well, I follow a technical trader. Technical traders are the guys who work on the short end of the curve, so anywhere from a day to a year. And fundamental traders look at the 20-year out. And I was just tapped in to get an update from one of the tech traders I follow online. And we're looking at very similar growth curves on both gold and silver as what we've seen in the 1970s. Where we've seen gold go from $42 an ounce to $750 an ounce in a very short period of time. But we also had a big correction. Look, my view on it, and I tell my investor group through my newsletters, is there's a crack up boom going on. Okay, that's the term, the crack up boom, which means that, yeah, we've got inflation, but we're going to have asset price inflation that's going on. There's money that's moving out of all kinds of asset classes. Sovereign wealth funds have got a hell of a lot of money sitting on the sidelines. Warren Buffett's sitting cash at the moment, and this is money that was issued by the Federal Reserve to the American banks back in the 2011 crash that Obama didn't want to distribute it into the economy because it would have created inflation. Well, that money has been sitting on the bank's balance sheets and being paid at 4.5%, 5% per annum since 2011. It's now worth trillions. Trump wants that money in the markets. Okay. So we're going to see a lot of money printing in the next 6 months. You see the US government shutdown, right?
Yeah,
So they're going to need
yeah,
to print money to open the government up again. And then they start distributing the money out to irresponsible
yeah.
people who collapse markets. So not the right people get the money. And that creates asset price inflation. So we're going to see cryptos, commodities, stocks, they're all just ramp up in value. But we're also going to see crashes, big crashes, and quick recoveries. You do realize we had the biggest crash on April the 2nd this year since 2011, biggest stock market crash.
Wasn't terribly aware of it.
Yeah, it was
So,
followed by the biggest ever stock market rally in the history of
yeah, well,
mankind.
that's what I was thinking. It's blowing through the roof at the moment, or has been.
Yeah, well, 2009 took, what, 10 years to recover? This year's crash took 4 days, and it was a bigger
Wow.
recovery.